can't let go of this world. I only say goodbye with words. Take me back, take me back. These faded walls, laughing in the sun. Cold comfort, found you all when you're. I can't let go of this world. I only say goodbye with words. Don't forget about me. Leave a space for you empty. Don't forget about me. Leave a space for you empty.
How's it going, everyone? We're here, Golden League. It's Friday night, and we're ready to rock. We got a good series of matches tonight, and I'll be here to cast the first one with my boy Cullen. Let's get this going. First match of the night, we have a main team, Blacked versus Philly Warhawks, who are IM. It's going to be a spicy match.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been having a pretty good season in their respective ESCA tournaments, I guess. Blacked are playing out of their mind right now. They are currently 11-2 in CSGO main, which is just a great score. Whereas Philly Hawks in their own IM league are 7-6 right now, but they've been having some pretty solid games, especially recently. I believe they're on a 5-win streak right now. 2 of those are forfeit wins, but the previous 3 are all just pure, unadulterated wins.
That's not too bad, honestly. I didn't expect that. I feel like this is going to be a spicy match, honestly. I don't know. What do you think here? What's your predictions here? What are your predictions of who is going to win? In my eyes, I think Philly Warhawks, just because, South Philadelphia, born and raised. My boy Will Smith, I'm thinking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I'm going to go ahead and say Philly Warhawks got this game.
All right. Well, since you're going to go ahead and go for the Philly Warhawks, I'll just go ahead and go against you and say Blacked, because Blacked, just going from a maths level, they are in a higher level of CSGO in the main, and also 11-2. That's just a super respectable scoreline. And also, Blacked have just been having a streak of really solid games. They did actually lose their first game against Team Cirques, another really strong team in this tournament. But I think when it comes to Philly Warhawks, they are going to come out on top. But I do think we're going to see a really solid game.
The match, it looks like, is going to be pricked on Mirage. And I find Mirage is going to be one of those maps that I always say this every single time I cast. It's a CT-sided map, but whenever I say that, it turns into a very T-sided map. So I don't want to start jinxing this, but theoretically, it's a CT-sided map. So I find Knife Round may be the map that it may be that round that really decides who gets that first advantage of positions here to see who takes the lead.
Yeah, it's definitely, Knife Round, normally you see, at least when it comes to pugs, you see a lot of people go ahead and start up on the CT side. So I'm always interested to see where these teams decide to go, just because some teams are more comfortable on the T side. And actually, I just have these teams ESCAs pulled up right now. Both teams have had not very many games on Mirage. Blacked are currently sitting at 3 Mirage games in their ESCA, lifetime, at least for this tournament, and they have 3 games and 3 wins, whereas Philly Warhawks only have 1 game on Mirage, and that is also a win for them. So I think this is a map that both teams are at least going to be semi-comfortable on. It seems like they, are comfortable playing on it in, the past. So I think we're going to see some really strong executes coming out and some really strong holds, which are just going to give us some really close rounds.
All in all, it's going to be a pretty spicy match, to be honest. I find at the end of the day, Mirage is one of the... in my eyes, I find Mirage is the new Dust 2. It's played all the time. It's turning into that warm-up match, too, where every team will go to it for warm-ups, retakes. So it's going to come down a lot to aim. I want to see who has the better aim today. Anything could happen here. One team could honestly be more fatigued than the other, depending on how they played today, how their warm-ups went. And I find Counter-Strike is just one of those games that people tend to tire out and burn out fairly quick, even after just one game. So it depends on how these teams kind of prep for this, how burnt out they are with the map. End of the day, my vote still is Philly Warhawks or Warhawks, just like you said there.
I totally agree with you. The fact that this is definitely a more aim-based map. It is, I mean, for Pug teams, you definitely see that this is the map that most Pug teams are most comfortable on. It is, I mean, there's a big, I would say, argument in the CS community right now for its removal from the active roster that shows just how people worn out from it, are worn out from this map in general. So it's really just which team has been willing to, in the preparation for this tournament, to just be putting in the time on Mirage and hone their skills on it, because this is a map that a lot of people just don't want to play anymore. They're, as you said, just super worn out. So I think this might also just come down to a game of endurance as well as aim. So it's interesting to see who's going to have the better mentality going into this.
I'm honestly in shock. I did not know that they were thinking of getting rid of this map. I can't even picture competitive Counter-Strike without Mirage in there. But you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing some Cobble in there again. I miss old Cobble. I honestly, truly do miss Cobble. That was such a fun map. Such a good one. We're going to go through these players to watch now. So right now for Black, we have Ram, who's sitting at a whopping 95 ADR. He's definitely, I'm going to keep a very close eye on him, see how he performs. See if that ADR honestly shows his true strength, or if, you know, he got lucky at those rounds and kind of picked up a few kills. That ADR is damn outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't show up too much on his very first match in Golden Leagues when they did, unfortunately, fall to Team Sturks. But other than that, he's been showing up really, really well in all the, I guess, games coming after that. So I definitely think he's the one to look out for. But on the other side, on Philly Warhawks, I think the player to look out for is going to be, and I actually don't know if he's playing today because they do have an emergency sub coming in, but they do have players like Wicked and Nighthawk on their roster who have both been playing great. Wicked has an ADR of only 71. I mean, I say only, that is still a very respectable ADR, but his average frags per round is coming in at 0.7. So that means like a lot of that ADR is coming through on kills, and in a like 30 round game, he's going to go ahead and get something like 25 kills, which is a very, very nice amount.
I'm excited, honestly. It's a little shame that Nighthawk won't be playing, because I was excited to see him with 111 ADR. You know you got a fragger there, 100% a fragger. But like you said, I think Wicked will take up his place. I'm wondering, is Wicked the opper for Warhawks? It's looking like he is in the warm-up right now.
Yeah, it seems as though he is going to go ahead and be their opper. Let me see if I can pull up any more of his stats. Yeah, it does look like he's going to go ahead and be their opper. He is going through and warming up on that weapon, so hopefully we're able to see some quick flicks and tricks.
Can I just bring up Black's logo? I think that is gold. That's absolute gold right now.
I do appreciate it from a comedic standpoint, but also as the head graphic designer of Golden, the amount of times I've had to go ahead and edit that U-Haul truck has been absolutely just infuriating, having to take out that background and put it onto these different graphics, but I can't say it hasn't grown on me.
Perfect. It's looking like we are going to begin starting now. Knife round is out. Warhawks on CT side, Black on T for this knife. Let's see who can rock this out. It looks like Ninja wants a pause because he wants to throw a skin on. I like it. Shows dedication. And honestly, it looks like Ninja's actually left.
Yeah, he's going ahead and removing the skin because I do believe the rules were just updated for this tournament that skins aren't allowed anymore, so he just wants to make sure they don't get that. But Philly Warhawks are coming through with that victory on the knife side, and they're probably going to let this timer go down just waiting for that fourth player to come back.
That right there just shows just the maturity on Warhawks here, but they are going to pick CT side, and this is going to be good for us. It looks like Pistol's going to begin starting now. I want to know who's going to be the utility players for each team. I find it always swaps around. It's always interesting to see how they can utilize whatever utilities they use, but whether it be smoke, flashes, mollies, and it looks like Rika is going to rock the smoke and the kit. And then for Black, Learsey rocking the two flashes, still sticking with the Glock, though. They are pushing now and edging.
Flashes are getting used.
I like it. You know, sometimes you see people who tend to rock the flash but don't use them, or they don't use them properly. But you know what? This team used it perfectly. Bomb is now planted on a site. And honestly, it looks like Black is just starting to clean out Warhawks. They're just abusing them. It's now Insight and Rika, last two alive, and they're just getting glocked. And now, just like that, Ram and Just, last two kills, Blacked with the first round here on T side.
Yeah, that was just already a very commanding round coming through. I mean, Just immediately pops 3 heads from the Philly Warhawks side. There was almost no, I would say, pushback from the Philly Warhawks side. They almost gifted them that A site for free. They were all playing pretty passively off the site, and I do understand that teams want to play more passive. Though, as I say this, a rush is coming through from Philly Warhawks. Destro does get damage down, but it looks like they are going to take him down finally with the USP, and they do get 1 gun back, but unfortunate for them, it's a short-range SMG against these AKs and other guns, and it looks like Black are going to clean up this quick kill that came through for Philly Warhawks, leaving Rika all by himself with only 3 health. He does try to get the drop onto the Black players, but he goes down.
Poor Rika, honestly, what I witnessed there, in his point of view, looked terrifying. He just had a bunch of SMGs and AKs going at him hard. I liked the flank that I witnessed there. It was not too bad, but it's 2-0 for Black right now, and I think Warhawks got to do something here. They're going to go ahead and rock armor, and it looks like Insight has a UMP. Let's see if we can actually use that for good and not evil. Maybe they can pick him up around for them. It looks like the flashes are out, and now they're going for that retake, trying to work off these angles. Insight with the 1v1 against Learsea. Learsea goes down. Now Nico with the trade-off. Insight with a double kill, but Destroy trades it off there. Now a 2v3 for Philly Warhawks. And wow, Spice OG with the double kill on that Deagle. Outstanding. Looking like Just is struggling here with his 1 health.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, the health was immediately just taken down for Black. They didn't get the kills right away, but they did just do so much damage towards those Black players that Spice was able to just swing out and take them down. Of course, the shots were also beautiful, but that's a great spray coming, getting a lot of damage actually onto Spice through the smoke. Just is sitting on 1 health, though, and it looks like he has to go for this. He's going to go ahead and try to get this bomb back, but speaking the SG with 1 health is not something you want to do, and Wicked's going to go ahead and take him down through the wall.
That reload was poorly timed, too. Right away, they heard that reload, and they just knew to lock on completely to jungle. But you know what? Philly Warhawks now, with that first round of the half for them, they closing it up now 1-2. Should be interesting to see how these teams play this out and how they can pretty much pick up the rest of this game here on CT side.
Yeah, I mean, also they were able to save both an AK and an SG. I mean, that's such a strong weapon to have on the CT side, especially at this higher level of play. If they're able to utilize that one-tap headshot potential, it's very difficult. But as I say that, Lears goes and enters into the B site, getting 2 quick kills.
Not bad of a peek. I like those entry frags. That worked out perfectly, and now they have full control of B. But you got Ninja running up through mid. Gets the kill on Just, but he gets traded almost instantly from Destroy. Now, Wicked, Spice OG, a 2v4 for this retake, and it looks like they're setting up for exit kills. Wicked goes down, and then you have Nico sneak up behind Spice OG, and Spice OG does go down. That's another round for Black. 3-1 now. Wow, what a nice take. What a nice set of entry frags.
Yeah, Black are so good at their positioning on the map, though. They just, the second one of their players is taken down, they have another player almost always on the flank to go ahead and trade that out. Black just love to push and prod at this CT defense, and they know exactly where they can push to get that control. And it's even easier when you go ahead and just mow down the mid player like that. Spice OG is going to go ahead and miss an op shot. It looked like he had that right onto Nico, but I guess not, as Nico finally wins that kill and gets another one onto Ninja before Insights can quickly trade him back, leaving Black in a 3v2, but they pretty much have the A site locked down, though they don't have the bomb, which has been left in their spawn.
They're really going to have to call on God for this power with those FAMASs. Learsea with that kill on Rika. Now it's up to Insights. He's going to go ahead and maybe get the kill on Just. And just like that, Just beats him on that little 1v1 that happened in window. Another round for Black. Ouch. Just ouch.
Yeah, I mean, luckily it's still the start of the entire game and even the start of the half, so they still have, you know, a lot of space to go ahead and catch up, but their economy is already being broken again. If they don't get into somewhat of economic stability, of course, it's going to be easier with the new, I guess, economy, but still, it's going to be very hard to hold on to these rounds. But they do get the 1v off onto Nico. Ram quickly turns it back, and so does Just, and Ram gets yet another through the smoke, I believe. And it looks like this round is going to get quickly shut down. The Heroics coming through a bit with those kills, but Ram is actually going to not even know the player is in the smoke. They get the bomb down, but Insight is able to get one. He gets peeked from above, though, and he doesn't win the fight, and he drops to Destro 8.
I had faith there. Honestly, had faith in that SG being taken. And I was hoping he'd be able to hit those shots off and maybe save the round for his team. But unfortunately, just could not hit that shot from above. It's looking like they're starting to focus a lot towards A site. They know that they have that range. They have the aim against Warhawks. And I feel like it's working very well for them. Ram with that first kill on Spice OG. A good entry, but the trade-off from Insight. There are trades going all over the place. A 3v3 now. Nico setting up, gets the pick on Wicked and Insight. Now, once again, I feel like I say this too many times, it's a 1v3 Rico with the op sitting in jungle. And look at that off angle there. There's a dirty off angle from Learcy. He's going to go ahead and clear out mid. And now I find they're pretty much going to be eliminating every position where he could be, or at least he may walk into him just like that. Learcy gets that pick on Rika. Another round for Black.
Yeah, I mean, a 1v3 retake with an op is not something you want to ever have to do. I mean, maybe unless you're Kenny S, but anyone else is probably going to be more comfortable with any sort of rifle, and that's just such a difficult thing. I mean, like I said earlier, Black are just so good at their positioning. They immediately cleared out everywhere that they wanted, you know, from that position. They cleared out everything and immediately knew where that last player was. And it looks like they're finally coming through with a B push. I believe this is their first B kick of this entire game. And there's only one player here. Philly Warhawks went ahead and gambled with the stack, but Insights does get a kill off of Destro before Ram takes him back, as well as Learcy, and Ram again ringing out some kills. They are at least going to get one kill for this Philly Warhawks side, but nothing else. That's all she wrote, as Black take their 7th round, now 6 rounds up against Philly Warhawks.
Even those eco frags, I find, did not do as much damage as they were hoping for. The economy on Black is honestly like the Great Wall of China. It's unbreakable. Everyone is so close to breaking 10k once again. If they get this bomb down, get the next round, they will all be above 10k, and that will be really, honestly, well played from them. They'll be able to play around with their money, play pretty risky. Wicked with that first pick on Nikos, though, turn this into a 4v5 for the take, and they're going to taking B with force. Ram gets taken out from Insight with that crossfire, and Insight's still going to sit there. He's playing info, he's calling it out. Rico with the pick on Learcy. And then Insight. This may be Black's, well, Philly Warhawk, my mistake, 2nd round, which would be really nice. Just like that, 2-7 now. Warhawk stepping it up. They know what they have to do, and it seems like they're working it out now as a team.
Yeah, I mean, that hold was really solid coming through from all those B players. They held those angles perfectly and just knew exactly where those Black players were going to be jumping out of. It was really the utility that gave them that round, in my opinion. And I think I guess, smart utility use is going to be the key into picking up more rounds in this half. Or you could just hit shots like that down mid as Wicked takes down Just, and Spice goes ahead and sprays down Ram. A little bit of a messy spray as he was sitting on the ladder, but it gets the job done. He's going to go ahead and molly off Destro as well. Destro takes a little bit of damage, but only 10. That's not too much, as Learcy is also taken down 58 across the map, but Nico gets taken down, and Wicked with the op holding down mid. There's only one player left for this Black side as he slowly creeps out towards Tetris. He's going to get cleared by Spice, and that's another round for Philly Warhawks.
That first frag from Wicked was outstanding. Through the smoke, the timing of that was perfect. It worked out, and honestly, I want to say Wicked saved the round for his team there with that first pick. It kind of gave them, you know, that morale boost that they needed. And it seems like it worked out pretty well, given that 3rd round finally. And I feel like this is much closer than I expected, especially off those early rounds. You were correct when saying it is still pretty damn early into the game.
I mean, it looks like, oh, we're almost going to get another op shot down mid. But yeah, Philly Warhawks are getting a little slow to start, but they still have an entire half. And I mean, when they have their stand-in as well, they're definitely going to be better off. It looks like Spice is going to get this kill before he gets taken down by Learcy, though. Once again, Black are so good at this position around the map, and they're just so good at catching these players with their back turret. And there's only one player left for the Warhawks in Insight, and Learcy is going to go ahead and quickly take his head off.
Well played take from Black. They took sight, they took that mid control, and it worked out well. It was starting to push a little bit towards Warhawks, and then I started seeing the picks going on off from A site, and I just nailed that coffin in for that round. I have faith in Warhawks, though. They're the team I'm picking, so you know what? I'm gonna be fanboyish for them. It looks like they're getting ready for that quick mid take, and you know what? Wicked with that first pick on Ram, that is gonna help them out drastically here. They're playing it slow, though. They're not gonna get too aggressive, but you have Rika sneak in from underpass, catches just off guard, and he goes down. Leersey gets taken down from Ninja, but Nico with the trade. A 1v4 now. Nico, can he do it? That angle looks like he cannot. But yeah, he cannot. Wicked with that kill. Good job to Wicked there. A nice round played from Warhawks.
I mean, it was a little bit dangerous with Ninja sitting there in mid. He did have the amazing read to hold Cat, but he got flashed right at the last moment, and he managed to very sloppily close out that one kill and almost made it away with his life. If he made it away with his life there, I would have said that was a completely impossible round for Black, but he did get taken down. But, you know, Philly Warhawks made it impossible anyway by just going ahead and killing all of the Black members.
My heart stopped there for a second when he missed that off shot. I thought that was going to be it for the round. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling Nico may have had the chance to clutch that, but it looks like they may go for this quick push through smoke. Are they going to be just a bunch of main savages and push through the smoke? But they do. Distro with the kill on Ninja, that first pick, and now he's got his hands on an M4. Leersey with the op still. They go for the push Insight, gets the trade-off, and now they're just pretty much securing Sight at this point. Insight with, once again, another kill. It is now a 2v2. Leersey with a dirty 2 kills there with that op, and he goes to try to collect that third, but cannot. 1v1. Ram cleans the round up. 9-4 now for Blacked.
That was such a ballsy round coming in from Black. I mean, not only did they only have pistols, excuse me there, Leersey was a solo op by there. I mean, they had absolutely no utility and no weapons except for a single op on one of their players. It might have been a misfire, but they knew they had to go ahead and immediately get that round back in. They somehow managed to wrangle it out of the hands of Philly Warhawks, who almost read the stack perfectly, and just like this round, got some amazing damage off right away. But once again, Nico comes through with that quick frag onto Spice, and also Wicked goes down, but Ninja does trade back finally. The Black are given the sight and the information as Ram takes down Ninja and takes down Insight. There's so much damage done onto these Black players, but they're just winning these aim duels right away. They're so good at finding the heads of the Warhawks players. Rika does get one, but it looks like that would be the end of the round.
1v3. I wonder if Rika can do this just with only 15 health, but he's going against 215 health throughout the whole team. And Leersey somehow sees him through that smoke there. Rika goes down in another round for Blacked. Honestly, well played. They are hitting their shots really well there. Ram and Nico going hard this game. Leersey working it really well down mid. It is outstanding play from Blacked. I still have faith in Warhawks, though. I don't lose faith that quickly for my boys. I got a feeling, guys. I got a feeling.
Yeah, I mean, Black are all sitting on a, you know, KD of 1 or above right now. So they're just, every single play for them is showing up as they need, but with just getting taken down at the start of the round, it's going to be a little more difficult, especially with Insights. Also taking down 2 with an SMG on A-ramp and getting the bomb.
Oh no, you hate to see that. Destroy sneaks into connector, gets the kill on Ninja, gets the kill on Wicked, but he's got 6 health. So he's got 6 health, a Dream, and an AK with full set of nades, which he could be able to do something here. He just got to watch himself at this point. You know, you got Spice sitting in Palace, and then you got Rika sitting around T-Ramp Palace connector area. You really got to watch how he plays. That 6 health, at this point, he kind of kamikaze himself, try to get a screw around their economy, because Warhawks' economy is not strong enough to really play around too much with fire here.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting hold coming through for the Warhawks. They had the bomb down in A main, but instead they decide to play 2 towards Palace with one of them holding the flank as Spice just goes ahead and holds towards site. But it looks like Destro is just going to book it towards this B site, giving these Warhawk players the retake, which honestly, if they give him the 1v1s, Destro can absolutely take this round back still, especially with such aggressive positioning like this.
That's a cheeky position here. I don't think any of them are going to be ready for it. They may line up for it. He's got 6 health. He's going to get spammed down, but no shots managed to connect. He now falls back to a more passive position, but still very good angles he's working here. They're both on top of each other, and Spice OG managed to get that shot down to do that 6 damage that he needed to get the round. They're going to end this half 10-5 for Blacked. Well played there, and not too bad going to T-side. Let's hope their T-side is going to be decent. That's the big thing I'm worried about, is that their T-side hopefully does not lack like their CT side did.
Yeah, I mean that round was horrifying just for someone watching it. I can't even imagine how the Philly Warhawks players felt there, hearing that bomb getting planted and then immediately getting peeked as they tried to rotate. But I think Philly Warhawks are going to be able to put up a bit more of a fight going into this T side right now. I mean, they're a team who have been together for a little bit now. This is a newer roster for Philadelphia Warhawks, I believe, but they've still been playing together for a bit, and I think they're going to be able to pull off some executes, whereas Black was a much more aggressive team who would bully their way into sites. I think Philly Warhawks are going to be a little bit more of a nuanced T-side team.
Well, they're getting ready for that A take. They're already on A site, and now the retake. Pretty much going to be taking place here. Ram spamming away with the USP with no silencer. Is that the new meta that I'm watching here? Spice OG just getting spammed down at bench. Walking past just gets caught in the crossfire, but Ram with the trade-off. It is now Wicked and Rika last alive, sitting CT. They get the shot off. Learsy alone, trying to go for this retake, while two Glocks are just spamming him. Rika gets taken down from Learsy. Is Learsy going to do this? 33 health, a 1v1. He's going for the knife. He knows he has no ammo. He gets the Glock in his hand, and he spams him down, gets that. Just like that, he has enough time to pull the defuse off. What a retake from Learsy.
I was so confused. Does he have time? He just barely has time, too. That is hilarious. Wicked almost shut down the round there with a quick 3K onto the Black players, but they just aren't able to close out the 2v1 against that last Black player, and he somehow manages to get a Glock as he blindly swings with his knife towards CT. That was just an absolute cluster of a round right there.
I have no clue what I just watched there. I don't know what I watched. I'm trying to process it, and I can't. My mind cannot. But it looks like Ram's going to push pretty aggressively down mid, and he gets the kill on Spice. Just the kill on Insight. Wicked with the only trade there. It's now up to Ninja. Ninja goes down to Learsy with that M4, and then just with the team shot on his friend, just because like that. 12-5 now for Blacked. Wow, what a strong CT side they have here.
Yeah, that was, I mean, if somehow Philly Warhawks were able to take that last round, they would have completely shut down the economy of Black. But now that Black have won, they've already started to go ahead and pull up a much stronger lead. Also, sorry about that. Our overlay is a little bit broken right now. We are still stuck on the intermission screen, or at least for recently, but we're going to go ahead and get back into this game now in this third round of this half.
Oh, boy. We're on 18th round now, a 3v3. And it looks like the only one in B site is Rika. And he now has control of site. Destroy goes down. Rika with a nice positioning here, hitting his shots very well, just alone now. A 1v3 retake. This round is looking like it's going to be Philadelphia Warhawks. But at this point, anything can happen, especially from what I saw during that pistol round. You really got to watch out for this. Ninja gets that spray down. He does not stop shooting. I like the persistency of that shot towards Cat Corner.
Yeah, I mean, as we were both saying at the start of the game, that this is going to come down a lot to an endurance and these teams' willingness to play this map, just because it is such a mentally taxing map. And I have to give it to Philly Warhawks for just staying in this game and still playing at the top of their capacity, even though there's a little bit of a, not disappointing, but disheartening scoreline coming through. Also, I would like to real quick apologize. I didn't realize how large the delay was, and that overlay problem has already been fixed. But those are two quick kills coming out for the Philly Warhawks side. Just does bring back with an op shot, but Wicked getting yet another one. His op is just on point this game. He's finding so many openings for his team, and they're already in a 4v2, and the B site is completely open for them, which looks like that's going to be their final destination as they go to get the bomb in apps and have two players pushing into the site.
Look at that DPI from Ram. He's at like 10,000 DPI. Learsy sitting at connector. He's got a good spot here. He may be able to play this and take some guns from him, maybe ruin their economy a bit. He's going to go ahead and rock some guerrilla warfare, pushing up Cat. Wicked is waiting for him, and he gets the shot. That's an M4 down. Maybe Ram can pick up a gun from one of these T's. The way it's looking, he's going to end up with just a FAMAS. Not the best gun to have for trying to save that Deagle, but it works enough. Warhawks is going to get their 7th round of the game. Well played for the take there, honestly. Good mid control. It worked out perfectly in their behalf there.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think Ram is going to be able to do that. As I say that, actually, excuse me, he does find one kill, but Wicked is going to go ahead and find his 4th kill in that round into the back of Ram, closing out their 7th round, a round that they absolutely needed to stay competitive in this game.
We're off now. 20th round about to begin. And it's looking like Black is going to go ahead and just rock a very, very safe pistol save here. The only one with an upgraded pistol is Ram. He's got that deagle. He's got the armor. But, you know, he has the money to do that. But he goes down. There goes that deagle. There goes that armor with Wicked with the first pick. Spice OG with the second. And Spice gets a nice double kill there. Cleans out sight. Triple kill. Is he going to end this round with a 4K? And he does. There it is. Spice, a very well-played take. Sure, just against USPs. But at the end of the day, that's a 4K. And a 4K makes the doctor go away. What can I say?
I mean, yeah, he's absolutely going to like that stats there. I mean, Philly Warhawks are finally, like we said, just getting a lot more aggressive, but I would like to highlight Ram, one of the standout players for the black side, has decided to, in this very dangerous round where if they lose, they are going to go ahead and have no economy again, has opted to buy auto sniper, so I'm very interested to see where that goes. The first kill comes in for insights. Nico almost gets it back, but goes down. Wicked rings out against Just, and that is the auto sniper already down. That's over $5,000 immediately down the bank. Not even a shot rung out for Ram. Another player down. Actually, Fierce and Destro get 2 quick kills, but Rika and Ninja quickly trade those kills back and close out the round. And Philly Warhawks decide to not pick up that auto sniper, but they did see it on the ground, and they are aware of what Black are up to.
It's smart getting rid of that auto sniper out of rotation. Ram right there with a $5,000 paperweight. A true feels bad man in my mind. But Philly now has 9 rounds. They're going to close this gap up pretty well here. Depends how they play out the next 2 rounds for this save. They have going against Deagles, a 5.7 and 2 P250s. You really got to watch out for those Deagles, but majority you got to watch out for that 5.7. The thing is a goddamn laser beam. Still 5v5 right now. Playing it, and now B-site completely open. Spice OG with the plant, and it comes down to post plants here. I'm going to guess they're going to set up for those pretty much exit frags, hope they get greedy, maybe get a free gun out of it.
Yeah, I mean, this round is almost completely over at this point. We know Philly Warhawks are going to come through with that victory. There's next to no chance Black are able to pull off this defuse, but they might be able to get a kill or two. That said, Rika is going to go ahead and take down Just down in mid. So I don't know if they know that there's 2 more players sitting in this connector, though one is already gone. And it looks like the last 3 Black players are going to go ahead and try to hold on to their upgraded pistols and also armor, which I think is a smart call here. There's pretty much no chance of them even getting rounds.
Ninja with a nice double kill to end that. And, you know, he ends with 3K. Not too bad. 7 health left, too. I call that a win in my books. Nico, the last alive on their team, managed to save a deagle. But we're into another gun round here. And an op. I was going to say no op, but it looks like Just going to go ahead and rock the op. I like it. I like it. Let's see if he can actually use this thing. Maybe help his team out. Close up this game. But it's getting very close. A little too close for comfort in the eyes of Black right now.
I mean, yeah, I was one of the people, and by one, I mean there's only 2 of us here. One of the people who said that Black is going to go ahead and take this, but it looks like Philly Warhawks are coming back a bit, but Liercy and Ram are going to go ahead and take down 2 players quickly. It looks like B-site is going to be the final destination for now, but that A-site fake is completely shut down. They still have 3 players towards this A-site, so it looks like the fake has still at least somewhat worked, but this is going to be a pretty difficult round with a 3v5 on the B side.
Look at that position from Liercy. This is going to backfire if they decide to take B site. I don't even think they'll clear out that spot. That spot is rarely cleared out, I find, but they're going to go ahead and fall bomb back towards T-Apps, and it looks like they may start bringing it back towards A. But right now, they have no clue that Ram and Nico are playing the exact same angle, pretty much, same side of the map, but watching both entrances toward it, and it looks like Ninja may have a rude awakening if he decides to go ramp.
Yeah, this pretty much just all comes down to aim battles and timing. It's whoever peeks who first and, you know, catches the other off guard, or if in some case they are staring at each other, who hits the head first. But we are going to see the first peek with Nico taking down. He peeks right in, and he gets another one onto Insight. It's now left all onto Spice with the op, with 3 players here and 2 more rotating over. It looks like he is going to go ahead and just try to hold onto this op. He does get the first kill onto Nico, but at this point, it's just a game of hide and seek as he tries to stay away from these black players who, it seems like they are going to at least try to hunt this down with at least Ram going for one, and they do have another player pushing up towards mid, so they are going to go ahead and try to take down Spice. Whether or not they get that, though, is yet to be seen. Spice does get yet another kill, and it looks like he is going to go ahead and save the op and his life.
That op's going to be good to have for next round, but look at their economy. We have Wicked already maxed out on money. There's going to be a very good next few rounds for Warhawks if they play it safe and actually manage to get a round or two here. But they're going to go for a nice full buy. We got Wicked with the op now, and then we have 2 SGs and AK, and I'm going to guess another SG by the looks of Insights. It does have a sight, and his name has Insights, but we're going on a good old Warhawks tactical timeout. 35 seconds till it's up. This game's getting close, and I like it. I'm not going to complain about this one.
Yeah, I mean, so far this game has just been, I mean, even the rounds that are kind of a blowout, like that last one with 3 players remaining alive for Black, they've still been, I mean, somewhat competitive. Philly Warhawks have been able to keep Black on their toes for almost every single round. Each round basically just comes into the timing of who peaks who first, which, you know, sometimes can be a little infuriating if you're on the receiving end of that peak, but you know, I think that Philly Warhawks may be able to go ahead and tie up this game soon.
There's a lot of heat getting thrown in chat right now, I'm seeing, between Warhawks and Blacks right now. I'm curious to know if this talk is going to bring it into the game and see if Warhawks can actually start cleaning out this. I feel pretty good about Warhawks closing this gap up, maybe tying it up, maybe taking the 1-round lead. But we're going to have to see. They're going to take that pretty good mid, like top mid control, and you do have Spice lurking ramp watching it. Nico may go for the push, but it looks like he's going to go ahead. Fall back, play it safe. They don't want to lose it, but you have
Look
Ram
where
here.
Ram is right now.
He's sneaky. I like it. It's going to work out really well, or he may just get turned on and destroyed.
He's going to get the bomb. The bomb is down in spot. Actually, no, he does decide to go up towards mid, but the players' backs are completely turned, and if he does go back to their spawn, he just the bomb is down. And he gets the quick kill onto Wicked. That is so unfortunate. And they are going to at least be able to get that bomb back. But Liercy takes down Rika, giving Black a 4v3 after that first frag came through in favor of the Philly Warhawks. This is a really dangerous round, especially with Ram finding that the bomb is down in that site. You immediately see the aggression coming through from those Black players as they realize the bomb is now in their position. And let's see if Ram is able to take down Spice. He is. Ninja does come back with another big kill, and he gets another. Now they're all left onto Ram, and they know where he is. A little bit of damage comes out onto Insights, but there's now 2 players trying to push him and get the bomb. Let's see if Ram is able to shut down this 2-player push and hold on to this bomb.
Ram's doing what I would do right now. Try to make the aggressive 1v1 peaks instead of trying to wait until they pinch him. He may get the kill on Insight. I don't think Insight actually saw him from that. And just like that, Insight down to 20 health. He may be able to clean it up. But they did take bomb. Look at that. Ninja rushing. He's got those Adidas pumps on, running right to B site. And now Insight's going to push towards CT. It's up to Ram. And he's got full health. He's got armor. He may be able to go for the retake. But he indeed thinks that they are not much time left. The bomb's going to go down. And it looks like Ram may go for the save. Try to take these guns from him. Or he may be a savage and take it. He's got a kit on the ground. And it's going to work out for him here.
Yeah, I mean, Philly Warhawks just played that to perfection. I mean, Sights perfectly baited all of the attention from Ram, while Ninja just kind of, you know, ninja'd his way behind him and picked up that bomb. And Ninja does get a little bit of damage against him, but they know exactly where Ram is. And now Insights is rotating over towards the market. I mean, unless Ram hits these shots quick or gets this it's a very difficult round. He does get a lot of damage onto Ninja, but they take him down. An absolutely beautiful 2v1 coming through from Philly Warhawks. The perfect bait and switch coming through, and that was just some beautiful CS to watch.
When we first started this game, pretty early into the game, they were down 6 rounds, and just like that, they're down 2. They're closing this gap up very quickly and honestly very, very precise, and I like what I'm seeing here. It's looking like they're going to just play the usual 2-1-2 for Blacked, and Bomb is kind of headed towards TFs. Wicked with that first pick on just turning this into a 4v5 for Blacked. Good luck with that. Spice OG with the pick, but Ram with the trade-off, a 3v4 now. Ram still sitting in jungle, and it looks like Wicked is waiting for him to go for a peek. He may go for a cheeky peek here. Insight sitting bottom mid. Learsy in ladder. This is honestly, the crossfires going on here are insane, and I'm curious to know who is going to win this little trade here. Bomb is still mid. We have 3 Ts mid, and everyone else A is completely empty at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what triggered the rotate there for Black to all move towards the B side. I think a little bit of a fake molly came in there, but base site is now open for the taking, and this is going to be a little bit of dangerous timing as Philly Warhawks come in here. But Liercy does win the battle against Rika. He does get taken down to 5 health, though, which is going to make this dangerous. As I say that, he goes ahead and loses his life, so I guess he's not a factor anymore. And there are some great after-plant positions coming through for Philly Warhawks. 2 players towards A main. They're not going to expect that. All these players are in the same areas. That is a very dangerous, but also very powerful way to play. It's and it looks like they're going to go ahead and get that win as Destro goes down to Insights. Philly Warhawks finding their 12th round, 1 round away from tying it up, as the economy for Black is not destroyed, but pretty iffy at best. If they go for a buy here, it's going to have to be a half buy, but it looks like they are going to stick to pistols.
That was quite sad to watch Destroy try and save that SG that was there, but gets shot in the back, tail between his legs. But this gap now, only 1 round, and they're going into a pistol round on top of that. Wicked does not get the shot, but he loses 50 health. Just with a nice 1 dig. Nico at the dig, but the trade's off for real. Nico and Ram last alive. Nico managed to get his hands on an SG, and that may work with the odds for him here, but it depends how Ram plays. If Ram can pick up another kill and turn this into a 1v3 or 1v2 for Nico, it may turn in towards him. The spam through the smoke is Rika down to 28 health. At this point, they're going to go ahead and play it safe. Hope they start hunting and maybe get a gun for Ram. That'd be the best case scenario here, or a retake. But at this point, the safe thing to do is try to get a gun for Ram.
Yeah, I mean, Black are, as we can see with these quick frags that they did get, the 2 1-deeks. Black is a team of some insane aimers. They're just so good at getting that crosshair right on the enemy. But I think, as I'm saying that, Ram with the amazing 1-deek onto Rika. He isn't going to get the round, but he is going to get an absolutely insane kill and get his life taken by the bomb. But as I was saying, Black are a team of just amazing aimers, but I think where they fall short is more towards the way they play as a team. I mean, they're closer akin to a pug team than they are really a team that goes through these full executes, and their aggressive style is super, I would say, what is the word I'm looking for here? Effective on their T side, but with their CT side, it is very difficult for them to correctly call these takes and rotates, and they're just getting bullied by the Philly Warhawks right now.
I like his Warrior's death at the end of that round. It played out really nice, very dramatic. Look at that push, though. Liercy with the pick on Wicked. Ouch. That hurt. That right there. But the trade-off, Insight with a kill on Destroy. But Insight decides to push that smoke like a madman, and he pays the ultimate price. Liercy manages to pick him off. Now a 3v4. Warhawks cannot start getting complacent here. They have to still play with respect to the other team. They cannot be making these plays or they're going to end up losing. And you don't want to see that happening, especially this late into the game with this close of a match going on. Ram with the pick on Ninja, CS. Spice OG, Rika, last alive. The SG and the OP. Can these two scope weapons save them for the round and maybe get them that 1-round lead for the first time in the whole entire match?
I mean, yeah, that push coming through the smoke, I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication there where they thought there was only 1 player up in that abs area and they killed him. But it was Destro who they killed, whereas it was, I believe, Ram who got the kill onto their other teammates. So I don't know exactly why that aggression through the smoke came through, as they were able to know 1 more player was there. But other than that, it's just, once again, a case of Black hitting their shots. And Black, I mean, perfectly... instead of over-rotating towards that B site, they perfectly called that they should just stick towards their default. And Rika actually spotted out a player there. I believe it was just towards the stairs. Is he going to be able to win this aim battle, though? It does look like he's going to go towards the B site, but they have... Is that 2 players in bench? There's no way they're going to see this. Absolutely no way they expect this right now.
Well, there goes Rika, and then Ram with the pick there, the defuse, and now Black still holding that lead strong, 14-13. But the economy of Warhawks is still next level. Just look at what they can do. They can go ahead and buy for each other. They can buy whatever gun they want and maybe close out the game here. 3 rounds is not that hard with economy like that. They just got to get those early picks played safe. And honestly, don't get too aggressive. Don't get too cheeky. That could ruin teams as well as ruin rounds. And I've seen it firsthand. Black rocking the double op setup. I got to love it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Philly Warhawks are just... Because, I mean, Black are just picking up the plays, and that's how they're getting a lot of these kills.
So, it's looking like Wicked with that first pick on Ram. And now it's a 4v5 for Black just with the second kill. Now a 4v4. They're playing it all over the place. Learzy manages to land some shots off on Rika. Bomb is still outside TAPS, and that's a very interesting place to leave it. Insight manages to get his hands into window, and there is no information that he is there. He may be able to work it out. Just goes for the flash, but cannot work a good angle there at that point. Nico with the kill. Now Insight, Ninja, last two alive on Warhawks. Oh boy. All I can say is, oh boy. This is going to be a close one here. Insight, Ninja, both working, trying to get picks. You got Bomb in Palace, and he may be able to catch Nico off guard if he gets in there. Cannot make that sound. Nico with the pick on Insight, now a 1v3. They're playing it slow. Ninja does not want to make any mistakes here. They want to keep the game close. I do not think he knows that Nico is ramped. There's been no sounds at all. And now Nico with the shot, but Ninja flicks it on Nico. A 1v2. He's got to get good positioning here. He's got 17 health. He's playing with fire, literally, in Firebox with a molly in his hand. I love it. There he is. He pushes towards that peak, and Destroy gets the kill from bench. That's another round for Black, 15-13. It was a good try. Honestly, they had good intentions. That's all I see is they had good intentions, but now they're closing it up here. But look, once again, Warhawks' economy is outstanding. It is very strong. This is going to be a very good overtime opportunity. The economy on Black, still not the strongest. It may turn into a very, very broken buy if Warhawks gets this round and turns this into a 14-15. But Black could easily start hitting shots and then turn this 16-13 and pretty much call it quits for Warhawks. But you know what? Warhawks is doing outstanding, especially considering Black is a main team. Nico with that first pick on Spice OG. You don't want to see that being on a team of Warhawks there. And there are 3 towards mid. This is going to be a very, very tough take. They have that mid control, though, but not the most mid control possible. Ram still playing that smoke in connector. You got to watch out for that. Once again, playing it slow. They have Bomb pushing towards TAPS. And you know what? There's not much information getting spit around here. The smokes are out, and that's the only information they have. They don't know how many people are in mid, but it looks like Lears is going to try to find a hole on that smoke cat. Does not find one, unfortunately. And you still have Wicked and Insights pushing towards mid. Insight may be able to get some information on connector, but that's also at the risk. And now Destroy, he sees Bomb. Bomb goes down. Rika is dead. The only one with Bomb is now Ninja, and he's falling back. The information is honestly getting passed down like crazy. They're starting to play more aggressive, going for the pinch. I couldn't find that word out for some reason. This may be it for Philadelphia Warhawks, but I don't want to jinx it. But you do have Destroy there. He saw Insight, and that molly is not going to hit him. That's not going to hit him at all. But Insight sees it. Wicked and Insight with the kill on Ram and Destroy. A 3v3 now. Insight turns this into a 2v2. Still playing it. Bomb is now on B site. They have full B control. Insight falling towards Apps. And this could work out really well. That plant spot was outstanding. That's well played there for that plant. And this is going to be a very tough retake. Especially this. All they got to do is play past it. There's no utilities for this. Nico with the molly. He already throws it towards Insight. And Insight's now cut off completely. But Ninja with the pick gets traded off from Nico. A 1v1 Insight. And Nico last alive. It's going to be tough. Nico's got 21 health. It just comes down to a spray. He's going for it. Nico. And the game ends like that. They could have ended it, turned it into a 14-15, but the peaks were not real. Blacked with the win, 16-14 or 13. Unfortunate, but once again, a good game. Looks like my co-caster, Cullen, was having a couple issues, but he should be good now. Let's give it a test run.
Yeah, do I sound like a robot still? Thank God. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you go ahead and buy the cheapest audio mixer on the market. But I was able to catch the end of that game there, and that diffuse there is absolutely heartbreaking if you're the Philadelphia Warhawks. I mean, they had that round pretty much in the bag going into I guess a 2v1 at the end of it, but just it's hard to peek into a diffuse like that when you know there's a really good chance it's going to be a fake.
That was honestly well played. It's so unfortunate to see that happen, though. That was nail-biting, that last round before the game ended. And honestly, I do wish that they went for the peak there. And honestly, he could have easily beat him. 21 health is so easy just to honestly just blindly spray at that point. That's what I would have done. But once again, I'm terrible at Counter-Strike, so I have no real input there of what I would have done and what they would have done. More experience at that point. A well-played game, though. Warhawks played phenomenal there, especially against Black, which is the main team. A whole division ahead of you, and you're pushing rounds that close together. Outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, Philadelphia Warhawks absolutely did not make that easier for Black. And also Philadelphia Warhawks, once again, it happens, excuse me, but they had a stand-in, not only a stand-in, but an emergency stand-in, a last-minute extra they had with Ninja CS. So even if they had their full roster, they may have been able to even push that over the line and take the victory over Black. So they were definitely, put up an amazing fight there, and I'm really excited to see what else they do in this tournament.
I'm trying to think how to say his name exactly. Is it Destroy or just Destro? He's got an 8 on his name. I'm gonna say Destroy because it just sounds better. It sounds put together.
Yeah, we could probably, message these and ask themselves. So maybe after the game, we'll go ahead and message him. But you said Destroy. I'm gonna go ahead and once again conflict you. I think it's Destro.
Well,
And
there
we
it
have
is. I just got told
Destro.
it's Destro. And now I delete my Twitch account because that was the bet. But that was once again a good game. Get ready for the next match in Golden Leagues. I will not be casting it, unfortunately. It is at 9:30, so you got about an hour wait for it. So be sure to tune in for that. It's something not to miss for sure.
Yeah, we will be seeing Eros Academy going up against Villains LLC. I believe this is the first time Eros Academy is going to be streamed, so this is absolutely a game you want to catch. Anyway, this has been Cullen and the Canadian and you're watching Golden League.